You're now listening to the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports Podcast.
Welcome to episode 167 of the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports Podcast, brought to you by Drip Drop. And Drip Drop ORS was invented to treat dehydration in the most challenging circumstances. Okay?
Had some challenging circumstances lately.
There was some challenging circumstances, yes. Today I know you were sweating hard over that NASCAR race. Can't wait to talk about that. But good thing you had some Drip Drop to cool you down after the awesome stuff happened, because you probably just amped up so high. But you too can get Drip Drop. It's used by athletes, firefighters, military members, the garage guys, NASCAR fans. Everybody is on the drip right now. So you need to get on the drip too. Go to dripdrop.com, use promo code GarageGuys20 at checkout, and you will get 20% off your order. Do it now. Do it good. Get the drip. That's a cool – I should use that more often. Good little
Yeah, we could use that one a little more.
Yeah, you can do it now.
I know they're our sponsor.
I've already forgot it. Shit.
Hey, I know they're our sponsor, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, this past weekend when I did my move to apartments, like Drip Drop was a game changer.
It is.
I drank more Drip Drop that weekend than I have all time. It's incredible.
It's good stuff. It's good.
I have to use that real life example when we have it.
Exactly. So I'm glad that you stayed hydrated over the weekend. I did as well. And we have a exciting topic to talk about starting off for 167. We haven't talked about it since before Rona invaded America. But it happened again. Drew bagged a tourney at Bristol. That's big because it's Bristol. Bristol is not only like one of like NASCAR's crown jewel tracks, but for you to bag a tourney at Bristol, it's almost like you were Brad Keselowski today. Like,
I snuck in there.
Yeah, exactly. Like you snuck in there and was just like, took it. So, for those of you that are listening to for the first time, bagging a tourney means winning, coming in first place in DFS on DraftKings or FanDuel. So save that for your reference books, guys. Bagging this tourney, though, it was huge. So, I mean, you hit big. You went over 7K, which is phenomenal. We love these kind of days. But the thing that is more beautiful about it is how you got here. And so I couldn't think of a more appropriate time for us to talk about this starting off the show, because we talk about it a lot on our Rotoballer videos that we do over on Rotoballer's YouTube channel. The first one that we did when we came back for the race at Darlington, we talked about it a little bit, but we've never really talked about it on Garage Guys. And I think it's important that the people that listen to us here understand and know how much work that Drew puts in to his rankings at Rotoballer and how much work he's put in even before Rotoballer started. I'm bragging on you. I know you don't like it, but chill out.
I got to take it when I can get it because we're usually going at each other. So
right. No, I mean, this is a day, like, trust me, there'll be plenty of that in this episode. I'm coming back. Like, normal garage guy chases. Normal garage guy is coming. Yeah. But no.
Remember that AFC championship debate we had?
Oh, the AFC, NFC?
Yeah, when we were talking about the AFC, NFC championship games, and we just went back and forth for literally an hour. We went pretty hard.
We just were hard-headed as fuck. We were like, we didn't want to hear what anybody else says.
Number. We need to put that in the bio.
We'll find it. We'll put that in our – if one of the Garage fam listening to this right now finds that for us, I'll give you a $5 voucher to Miss Marie's massage parlor in New Orleans, Louisiana. $5 won't get you much, but you could probably say hi.
One of my favorite episodes. Sorry.
It was too. It was one of mine. I remember the exact arguments going through. So we're gonna have some of those for NASCAR. Like, it's coming. Like, I'm not worried about it, and it's gonna get good. But this is just one of those days, man. Like, where when shit like this happens, dude. Like, it's a constant reminder of like the work that we put in, not only for ourselves, but for the Garage fam, and of course for the people that are subscribing to the premium content at Rotoballer. And it's a good thing because the people that are using your stuff, they're getting insight on what you do and how this goes. But it takes a different type of animal to do the shit that you do every fucking Sunday. Wild boy shit. And but I mean, not everybody can do that, but breaking it down for people and giving that is like the most awesome thing in the world. And I'm just going to go on record and say this. You get what you fucking pay for. So that needs to be said. You get what you pay for. The reason you pay for shit like this is because of the amount of time that this dude, Chef Boy, puts in to
Chef
this. Chef Boy.
It sounds like I'm not serious, but I actually put so much serious work into it.
I think that's the beauty of what we do.
You're right.
But
you're right. You make a good point. I know we're laughing. I'm not against free content. I think there's plenty of great free content providers out there that are better than paid content providers. But I've always been personally somebody that when I'm looking to figure out something or involve myself in an industry or expertise or something like that, I feel more comfortable when I know the person that's providing me information is also putting in a lot of hard-earned money. So like with me, I'm not saying there might be a free content person out there that's better, at explaining one topic than me. But when you're going to bat with me, you're going to bat with somebody that's putting something on the line. So I think there's value in that, I think.
Look, here, this is all that matters. You go to a restaurant, they're not just going to give you free fucking food. You got to pay for it. So you go to Chef Boy's house, you're going to pay for what you're cooking, and you're going to eat some damn good cuisine. So that's what matters.
Like how you applied the Twitter name, yeah.
Exactly.
I like that.
Got to. Chef Boyardeen, all the way, with an I.
This is one of our first, though, let's talk about this. We got to highlight the fact our first episode back, just us two, since we started YouTube. And if you're a new listener, our versatility and our types of episodes are so different. Like I know we have a really fun topic later today, but this seems like one we're going to be a little bit more heavy into DFS. So we've been all over the place lately.
We have, man, and like we've had some episodes where we've been more rolled into just the actual NASCAR itself, and then we had some where we were DFS. But I think it's whatever we're feeling. Like that's the beauty of our show. I feel like is that we're very genuine guys. We're transparent, and whenever we're feeling something, we get on a topic we want to talk about, we go. And like there's no other perfect time to talk about DFS than after you bag a fucking tournament. So it's that's why we're here. But we let's go ahead and just talk about this though. So like this morning, or yesterday morning, because it's Monday. Whenever you get up in the morning, like you have a very strict routine that you do, and that doesn't necessarily apply to everybody out there. Not everybody has to do the same shit that Drew does, but it's being disciplined enough to take the time when you want to get serious with DFS and you really want to make money, no matter what sport it is. Like it's all about putting the time in, and a lot of people don't want to put that time in. So that's why you pay to get that research right there served up to you, nice and hot on a plate. Going back to chef references, got to do it. Like it just works now. But just talking about the lineup that you had, like the winning lineup, building these things, we all know that with NASCAR, you have to have more than one lineup. And if it wasn't, you can't – if somebody could go in every week with one lineup and just win all the time, like that person would be God or would be the number one exploiter that sports are fake.
Yeah, rigged. Yeah.
That's it. So what is it? What does it take in this work just for the people that don't see the stuff that's happening on the background? Like how is a normal Sunday morning for you and or not just a Sunday morning, but a weekend of researching and studying, just like talking about that, like of how this was built?
I think it's just what I do best is I have to take a large amount of data and consolidate that somewhere in my brain to basically prioritize what's most important, whether it's track history, whether it's a gut feeling, whether it's trends, all that stuff. I take all that data and I try to get it into what I think is the most, optimal approach with lineups. And I think what you said earlier is important for NASCAR with the multi-entering, because I'm not going to lie to you. Like you said, we're transparent guys. There's a huge portion of NASCAR DFS and DFS in general that's either luck or variance. And like we saw it today with Ryan Blaney, right? I mean, he literally was doing everything right and he gets wrecked out. So
Actually, the radiator was
blew out.
I think it was there was a
Overheated.
lot of them that got wrecked out though. I mean, it's easy to get them all confused today. But yeah, his radiator like went out. And, like he has the worst luck at like when he's doing well. And like we both talked about him. Like we were really high on him. Like going into this weekend, I knew I was going to have him in a good bit of lineups. But you know, it sucks because these are the things that happen. Like in NASCAR, you don't know what a car is going to do. You know,
and the fact that there is that amount of variance only in my brain only makes it more important to control the part you can control. It's like if you know that exists, then you have to be super careful in your lineups, and you wouldn't believe how much of an edge you would have if you just took the time to go through all your lineups and say, hey, how many different combinations do I have with Ryan Blaney? Do I have him with the same driver? And like, there's people every week that accidentally put Ryan Blaney with Ty Dillon in every lineup instead of playing a few of them with Austin Dillon. Like people make mistakes frequently. And I've said it a million times. I'd rather you play $23 lineups than play three $20 lineups. Yes. If you do that and you don't quit, like if you stick with me, stick with us, and you stick with us for more than 1 week, like I'm only going to win a set number of weeks throughout the year. But when I win, I'm going to win big. So if you're somebody that only plays one lineup and then gives up on it for 4 weeks and plays one lineup, your chances are going to drop. It's just math.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why that's the difference between you and I is because where you're way more, what is it? Is it left brain controls like the numbers and shit like that? Mm-hmm. So you're way more left brain where I'm way more right brain. Like, and bringing that together, we're able to really like unlock a lot of things and see both sides of things. And, you know, like I was saying, I said it in a tweet earlier when you pulled it out, like, you know, you coming on board and, you know, you teaching me the things that you've taught me about, you know, DFS in general and just numbers. Cause I fucking hate numbers. Like I can't stand numbers. You love numbers, you know, but you know, that's just, that's the beauty of it is understanding how it all works and like just taking the time to, you know, you don't necessarily have to do everything Drew does because he does all that for you whenever, you know, you get the certain content that he puts out. But it's just taking the time to understand how it works. And I think that that's the one thing a lot of DFS players don't really do. They kind of go in, they pick their favorite guys, or they, you know, they hear that someone wins a lot. That's why Kyle Busch is normally always highly owned, even if he's shit at a track, like completely shit. You know, so that's never going to go away because there's not going to be not everybody in the world's going to one day be like, okay, I'm going to do this because like people don't always play competitively. You know?
Yeah, you can play for entertainment value. That's fine. Yeah. Like, but I hope there's a lot of people doing that. So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what it makes sports fun, and it adds another element to it. Something you can do with friends and everything like that. But you know, in this case, like you said, like with Blaney and Ty, like you know, you might have played what at least you know definitely 20 or more lineups today.
Yeah, definitely. I played Blaney in half of my lineups. Okay. Half of them were gone right out the bat.
So. And you still won a tournament. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you would have just played 10 to that 20, you know, and they all had Blaney, your day would have been over. So, I mean, it's just – it's putting these different guys into these spots. And this doesn't just apply for NASCAR. This applies to every sport that they have out there, you know, and, like, it's just understanding that simple fact. But, you know, the strategy that goes into it, you know, like Brad Keselowski is another example I'll give you. You know, I literally faded Brad because I'm sitting here, and even though it's a short track race and it's Bristol, I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, his record is complete shit at Bristol. Like he always finds a way to get sucked back. He's won a while back, but I did not see him winning this race today. And if it wouldn't have been for fucking Chase Elliott doing what he did, the guy that I had my money on would have won the race. And but that's life, and that's NASCAR, and that's sports. So with him winning, like I faded him, but you had him in this winning lineup that you had, but you were also underweight on him. Like you didn't have a lot, and he was like 44% owned.
Yeah, I think we talked about him in the preview video. We said that, you know, at that time I was more, and I wrote about him in my tier notes on my rankings, but I think with him, I looked at the track history and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go underweight. So if he has a good day, the field's going to have a better chance than I will. But I still had plenty of him. I had plenty of shares of him to where if he went off, I wouldn't be screwed. And I think that was the difference. I think you were screwed without him, whereas I definitely had enough lineups where he was in there, but I chose to prioritize Blaney and Logano over him in several lineups.
Right.
So this just shows the importance of like playing a bunch of lineups, honestly.
Yeah. That's how you win. That's how you win the big money. Like, you're not going to go in. I used to be of the idea before I got heavy into DFS, back when Garage Guys was just about playing fantasy football with your friends, you know, and me being before I, was in Mississippi a lot. When I was in Louisiana, I couldn't play. So, it was like being there. I didn't really care too much about the DFS shit. I would just build a free lineup and see what happens.
Right.
And then when I was able to actually start playing legally, that's when I started really opening my mind to like, oh shit, like this is how this works. Okay, I get it now. And it's been a game changer ever since. So for people just need to understand that there's an art to it. Just like there's an art and an order to everything else, and you got to be able to go by that. And another good thing too that's important, I will say, is this is you use an optimizer. Of course.
At times, yes.
Yeah, and I've used
depending
an
on the slate.
optimizer. And everybody that's in this industry has used an optimizer at times, because when you're playing a shitload of lineups, you don't want to sit there and hand build 150 of them. As long as you're getting to a point to where you know who you want, you know who your guys are, you've done the research, like these are my guys, this is the percentages of guys I want to play, it's good to use it. And, we have that at Rotoballer as well. And that's something that I think is important for new people to use, that are getting into any type of sports, especially if they want to play competitive and learn how these things are. And, you can get that at Rotoballer.
Can I cut in real quick?
Yeah.
Can I cut in real quick? Because I think there's one thing about the lineup optimizer, even if you're not comfortable using it and you're somebody that's only building 5 lineups on your phone, still hitting execute on the optimizer and seeing what it spits out will help you with your lineups. So that you can get in there and type in, I want to submit 100 lineups and see what happens. And if it has in 90 of those lineups, if Kyle Busch pops out, Kyle Busch is probably a good play. So like if you use the optimizer to get you started, it's probably a good way to go if you're only playing a few lineups. Just like look at it as step one before you set your lineups, is just hitting the optimizer. And then seeing from there, like maybe you don't want to play that much of that guy. You start adjusting and you start tweaking. And I think that's where I think you would benefit the most, because you're somebody who likes to play from the gut. But
I do, yeah.
But if you went on optimizer, though, and you hit execute and you saw somebody that you had no intention of playing and you saw him pop out 90 times out of 100, you're going to think about playing him.
Yeah, it's going to cross your mind. It's just like when you see, it's like something's factual, but you didn't know it was factual, and you find out, it becomes fact in your head. And but that's another thing is like, I do play from the gut a lot, and I've tinkered around with some of the things that we have, and I've looked at some of the optimizer stuff, and I've always been a gut guy. And I mean, like I haven't had a race since we've been back where I've been outside of the green. I'll win. I'm not like executing and killing shit right now, but like I'm winning. And so I love the fact that I do the things that I do it that way. And then there's also now the times where like whenever you're really like digging in, you got your bankroll built up real nice. Like that's when I feel like it's like, okay, like just bombard and go. And then you get to where this competitive stuff comes up. And then that's where you see these guys that are fucking changing their lives, playing DFS tournaments and doing these things. And people think that it can just happen overnight. Like it's a slow grind. Like, it's a slow grind week to week. So you got to keep building in, but it's just education, man. And like, that's, if there's anything that we can give on this show, Drew has so much knowledge with this shit. And so that's why it's just important to not only read the things that I put out, and because the drivers that I'm putting out every week are my best 100% from my heart and gut plays that I'm looking at and looking at data. And I'm not just literally sitting here spitting out shit like, oh, this dude's got a good car, like I used to, like a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like, oh, his car looks good. I like this, Like it's, and that's a part of, so yeah, it's a part of growth, man. It's a part of growth and understanding things. And like I said, I'm still fairly new at DFS because I never got to experience it, living in a state where it was fucking illegal.
It's true. I didn't think about that.
And now getting to play, being in a state where it is legal, it's just, it's good. And it's like every day is, and every week that goes by, whatever sport I'm playing, it's just like more and more learning material. And that's for everybody out there. Hopefully one day it'll be legal everywhere, in every state, so people can enjoy it and play it. But aside from that, sports betting, I cried a little bit today as well too.
Yeah,
I was, dude, I had Logano. Obviously, Logano was my favorite for this race. Like I was just like, Logano's going to win this thing, and then we were right there, dude. We were right the fuck there. I was like, Garage Guy Chase strikes again. I was like, let's go, let's get this money. Like, and
you were on Joseph early in the week too.
I was like, I'm telling you, it's one of those things. Like, and I think that it just has a lot of me. I don't know if it's because I grew up a NASCAR fan or what it is, but or how much like I'm like watching more of like the lives and how much I've been inside of like the garage and talking to people and just building up my way of seeing the sport and the driver and how it works and how they're feeling. And because like I've always been big on that. I'm big on emotion. I'm big on like how someone's feeling, what they're going through. That emotion does feed in to a athlete. It's just that's normal, So I always try to pay attention to those outside of the box things that can make something happen. Joey's one of those guys. After a little while, he hasn't won since they canceled NASCAR until it come back. And Joey he wants another championship just like everybody else does.
Did he have two before?
He had 2 wins. Yeah. He
had before coronavirus wins,
Vegas and Phoenix. So he won both of those races and he's getting frustrated because, Darlington's not his best track and neither is, Charlotte is decent, but coming into Bristol, I knew that this is a track that like he is, like everybody wants to win Bristol, but when you can, it just another level of hunger comes out. And like him starting in 3rd place, I was immediately like as far as the fantasy day goes, like I got that a little bit off because I didn't think Brad was going to be able to hold his own as long as he did. But whenever we got right there to the end, I know that I had put my bets in early in the week where the odds were sitting at, and I'm like, okay, like here we go, like we're going to hit here. Like, yeah. And here comes fucking Chase Elliott. Bam. Let's go. Literally. I've heard him called a bitch boy today by somebody around certain day. Yeah. Yeah. So there's definitely gonna be some tension brewing between Kyle and Chase. Maybe that's gone. I don't know. But Logano and Chase today, like we're seeing Chase start to piss off some people, man. And I'm digging that shit a little bit, but I didn't dig it too much today because I really needed Joey to hit. But that's
what's ironic, like because I was mad with you because so this was the 3rd race in a row. I've already told you this, but this was the 3rd race in a row that I was in first on FanDuel, and that's what made this so sweet is I've been getting screwed the last lap every race on FanDuel. And then today when that happened, I was freaking out because I was like, I'm going to drop out of 1st place. Well, then I opened up DraftKings and I moved to 1st. But when you were mad, I was mad. So, and we didn't even exchange text messages for a while because I think we both understood that we were pissed when that wreck went down.
I was so drove, dude, like watching that happen. Like, because like in fantasy, like, I had Hamlin in this one lineup that I made. Like I had like Hamlin paired with like Eric Jones. I think I had
Bush.
I had I don't know. I didn't have Kyle in this one. I had
really?
I had Hamlin and I did actually. Yeah, I had KB, Hamlin, Bell, Wallace. Like I had, Christopher Bell and Bubba Wallace were our best preview picks this week, and they were also in my article as well because anything that we do in the preview I'm going to carry over to our article, the one that I put out. Then I'll add about 3 more drivers to that. But yeah, he was one of them, man, and so it was awesome to see that Bubba believed I was happy that Bubba believed. We tried to make that a trend, make that a thing, so it happened. And then Christopher, he did fall. I mean, he was running up in fifth, dude. That was excellent. When he was up in fifth with that line that I had with Hamlin, like that was probably like I was like race needs to stop now. Like end of race. But you in your lineup, you were like, Hamlin needs to go. Like he's gotta get out of here. So I love those little moments between me and you, like when we're on race day where we have like our different variations and like and you're like, no, and I'm like, yes, and then I'm like, no, and then you're like, ha ha, like, you know.
I wish it would all work out to where we were just always rooting for the same thing, but that's never how it works. So
no, it's not. Yeah. And if it was, then we'd get like copped like real quick because that just it can't happen. But that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of difference and of looking at things and doing things differently. So it's always a great day. And just for the fans, I mean, for the fan side of me, like, dude, Bristol, God,
great
dude,
race.
This race, bro.
Keep practice and qualifying out of it. I mean,
needs to go. Completely.
This was entertaining. I do think there was a few too many cautions, but like I like the cautions and restarts. But to me, like I would have benefited from like a 10 caution race. And this was more like 15.
Okay.
I just think that there's too many.
This is the difference, though. And nobody listening to this show probably gives a shit. But take out fantasy and betting from racing. And just as a race fan that just loves to watch action go down, this was like an all-time race of the year.
I agree. And I'm taking it out of it. I'm taking fantasy out of it too, because like cautions can help you just as much as they can hurt you depending on your lineups.
Right. Yeah.
Like I get like from a fan perspective, it's too big of a time commitment to me when you get into 15 cautions and 2 of them are red flags. Like I don't even know how many red flags there were. 1, maybe 2.
Dude.
I think 4-hour race.
Yeah, bro. Like this is a long Bristol like this, but it was good because there was a lot of action. But then there was a lot of action that hurt both of us, and there was some that helped us. So, you know, it was that was just, I don't know, the way it worked out. So like kind of getting into some of the things that happened, how they kind of played into, you know, lineups and you.
Did you want me to read the winning lineup?
Yeah, you had to give that out.
Sorry, we're switching off of DFS, right?
Yeah, we're going to Race City. I'm sure we're not going to stop talking about DFS though. Like we're here.
Oh, I will. I'll stop talking about it after this.
We're definitely gonna keep talking about it. Probably it'll probably pop up.
Maybe so, but you know what's fun? You know what's kind of funny though? I'm realizing this right now. Like as much as you know, I love DFS because I work so hard at it. I actually enjoy talking about everything else more on this podcast than DFS.
We have fun. We cut up.
Maybe it's because I just like this is my break.
Yeah, this is what we love to do. This is the shit we love to talk about. So it's beautiful.
Here we go.
And we love you, Garage Fam. Love all of you because you're here listening to us right now.
I wish somebody shared this lineup. I mean, there was a 20-way tie. Let's see, more than that. But I wish it was somebody Garage Fam.
Yeah, dude, it would be so sick. Like I need all the Garage Fam that listen to this show. Like if you're listening to this right now, like obviously you should be with Rotoball or Premium. But you need to start like hashtagging or something, like make something happen. Let us know. Like we've been doing pretty decent though. We've had some people hitting us up lately on Twitter.
Yeah,
so that's good.
For sure.
We need more though. More.
Let's see those comments.
You didn't even see that.
Look down at the lineup.
Bad radio.
Sorry.
No, that was me. That's on me because now no one knows what I did that's listening in the car. So now they got to go to YouTube and watch it. Yeah.
This is true. Or is it a good thing? Make them
probably good. Come watch it. Why are you still listening to this? We're on YouTube now. Jeez. All right, lineup. I'm sorry.
Are you ready for this?
Yes, go.
So Kyle Busch, 28% owned. I ended up being about 45% owned on him. So I was overweight on him. He had 95 fantasy points.
45.
This was the one I was under-owned on. Brad Keselowski, 90.75 fantasy points. He was 45% owned. I had about 25% of him. Bubba Wallace, 17.85%. I was overweight on him. I had about 30% Bubba Wallace. Christopher Bell, 27% owned, and I had about 45% Christopher Bell. Eric Jones. This was the crazy one to me. Eric Jones was 43% owned.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, I don't know.
How?
Because he was it fit.
He's got a pretty face.
7,000.
7,000. Yeah, that too. That works.
But he was when I was like 30%. So I was underweight on him and Brad. But the last one rounding it out was somebody me and you were on, I think, a good bit, and then we had some drama.
Fuck this shit.
We had some drama. You got to tell this story.
Yeah, I do.
Ryan Priest, he had 53 points. He moved up to 12th place.
I don't know if anybody else saw it, but like the one guy, I just gotta apologize to like the one guy that like hit me up because like, dude. So I'm sitting here. I had like I woke up late. Woke up at like noon, which was like terrible on my part. But you know what? It's time you guys know. Like the vampire life is catching up with me. I wake up at like noon, and then I see this thing like Ryan Priest moved to the rear. Last year, I just remember, I can't remember the exact driver, but I had a driver that I had in my lineup that went to the rear. And then, like, everything just went to shit for that driver, like, the entire day. And I was like, oh, man, I don't want to make this mistake again. I was like, fuck. And I had Priest in, like, probably, like, at least, like, 6 or 7 of the lineups that I did because I'm not playing as much as you right now. But when I had him in there for this race, I was sitting there and I was like, okay. I was like, I got to find other people. And I had some of these lineups set to where like I had like I had one where I left like a fucking $1,000 on the table, dude. Like I was just trying to hit one of them big tournament plays. And I had Priest in there. And I took him out and I put Austin Dillon in there for that spot. I mean, it's still Austin and him were right along the same area. So it kind of balanced out. But I told the guy on Twitter, I'm like, he's like, is this good or bad? And I'm like, man, I don't know. I was just like, I'm probably going to make some moves because I don't want to see this dude like get sucked back and like get lapped a lot, like quicker or whatever. Like I just wasn't thinking. And like Drew comes in, he's like, bro, what are you doing? And then it clicks. And I'm like, this dude's got a faster car than like all these people.
And he was only moving 7 spots back.
And he's only moving 7 spots back. And I don't know if like at the moment, like I thought he was like 20th or something or like 20. I think he was 30. He started 33rd, right?
I think so.
That's where he's supposed to start. And I don't know if maybe I was like, for some reason I was thinking like he started 23rd and it was going to fuck shit up. And like, but dude, after that, like the lineups had locked and I didn't have enough time. And I'm just sitting there. And I'm pissed off at myself because Drew put this up there. Lineup's already locked, and this one dude probably did the same shit that I did and went in and fucking took Priest out everywhere. And then the realization comes.
He got there in 4 laps.
And then I'm like, there's nothing I can do now.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Well, what's funny is people I think people saw your tweet. So I was in the Rotoballer Premium Slack channel. It's the new feature we have where people can ask questions. And I think people saw your tweet because I had like 3 people ask, is Priest impacted by this news? And I said, absolutely not. But I think the reason they thought they probably had, I mean, if they're listening to my stuff, they're listening to your stuff, right? So they probably saw that and were like, oh crap, like I have Ryan Priest on my lineup. That's what I do. So maybe I saved a few people for you.
I hope to God you did, because I had a fucking oops today. I had an oops moment, and that's probably what kept me from hitting bigger than I did.
Valuable lesson though, right? Because
exactly.
You got to have a short-term memory. You can't remember that time from 2019 when it screwed you. You got to just understand how the rules work, and I didn't answer you, so I felt terrible because you were trying to text me and I just didn't see it. So
yeah, I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, like where is this at? But it all happened so fast, and like. I just remembered like that one guy that just like that fucked shit up and like how Bristol was. And plus, not only that, I didn't know what the hell was going to happen because this was kind of a different race because like you're on a green track. So like that's the other thing I'm thinking of too. There hasn't been any practicing going on. There hasn't been no qualifying going on. Nothing's ran. Like this is just literally you're pulling up, you're getting out there. So it's just like there was so many variables, like so many guys that do so well at this track just had fucking rough days. A lot of equipment failures today too was another thing.
And pit penalties.
And pit penalties, yeah. But we all knew Kyle Busch was going to get pit penalties. Yeah. That's normal. That happens all the time, and he still finds a way to make shit work. So, but yeah, funny story.
It landed 25% though.
Yeah, at 25% is great.
I was overweight on Jimmie too, by the way. I don't know where you were on him, but
I had Jimmie in a few. And shit checks out. Do got to say something about Jimmie Johnson, though, kind of getting more into the race. Jimmie Johnson is a fuck boy, and I don't care what anybody says at this point, because he turned Ricky Stenhouse today. Okay,
Ricky?
He turned Ricky, and everyone's gonna think that Ricky Stenhouse did that just because his nickname's Ricky, and I'm here to defend Ricky right now. So listen, Jimmie Johnson got into the back of Ricky Stenhouse. Ricky didn't come out today. Ricky Storybook Stenhouse was out there today. That dude was running good, man. Dude was running. And Jimmie Johnson fucked that up for him. So I'm upset and I'm angry because he deserved better.
There are some double standards that exist. Like, Jimmie Johnson's at the point where he can do no wrong.
Right. Dude, and look, like, I'm sure Jimmy's a great guy, you know. I mean, I've had one interaction with him, and it wasn't the best. Wasn't the best interaction. Okay, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. No, it really doesn't. Like, dude, you cannot take anything Jimmie Johnson has done away from him. 7-time champion, magnificent driver, had some shitty luck in the past few years, but that doesn't mean that you go wreck the guy that fucking has some bad luck sometimes and gets the nickname Wrecky, and then everything's just okay because his nickname's Wrecky, and you turned him, and then you're gonna get mad that Chase Elliott got turned from Kyle Busch, and the whole world explodes. But Jimmie Johnson turns Ricky Stenhouse, and no one says shit. Fuck that. It's bullshit.
Double standards.
Ricky deserves better. I'm out of focus.
I'm not as passionate as you about it, obviously. But
okay, well, if it would have been Kyle Busch, you would have been.
No, I love
sure knew Kyle Busch.
Stenhouse. That was a fun moment of the podcast.
Yeah, it was.
But Stenhouse, no, he's one of my favorites. So I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'd say he's probably top 3.
He is. He's that dude, man. So yeah,
I tried to with a lot of stuff, like a lot of little wrecks, and he's not. I mean, when's the last race I feel like he was just incident free? I mean, where were we a few races ago where he was running so well?
Dude's just out there living life. He's just out there living life. I can't remember the last one he did. I mean, he did excellent in Charlotte. I mean, and in the Alsco 500, so that was good. But
all these races were like one day. Yeah, I can't even remember which one was. Yeah.
Now we're here, but no, I'm gonna say this, and we got to move on. But like, please, like, if you're gonna revolt that Kyle Busch turned Chase, it's very blatant that Jimmie did the same shit. And it might have been a little dirtier and a little more intentional. So no one asked him any questions. So it's bullshit.
Seven
double
time,
standards. Fix it.
Time.
Don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you're 7-time or not. I don't care how hot you look with your fucking Just for Men gray comb shit that's in your hair. I don't care. Jesus, man.
You call him the Silver Fox. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can still hear you. You're fucking with your air thing. What's the instructions say?
I'm trying to get it toward it.
You can't just tell Alexa to do it like you do everything else?
No, we're not there yet.
Oh, shit. Haven't got to that level, huh?
Still adjusting.
All right. I got to stop talking about the Ricky Stenhouse shit. I don't want to, but I got to.
I don't even think we're going to make it to our fun topic.
Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah, we're about to make it there right now. Matt DiBenedetto was kind of a letdown today. He did pretty good in holding his own in the beginning, but just had those issues with his car later on. Got pulled off, got back on the track. It is what it is. One of those things that happen. Can't control it. Denny Hamlin with a big oof, wrecking, trying to race Logano. That short track race.
Short track race, boy.
And then the Logano versus Elliott thing. Okay, so was it intentional? Was it not intentional? I know that a lot of people at Penske are big mad, and Joey's big mad, and I'd be big mad too, because I don't care if you say you couldn't get grip or not. Like, you knew your ass was like about to get left, and then so you're like, I'm gonna do the electric slide up into your car and make you try to like slow down so I can win. He was racing. That's racing, I guess. It is what it is. But here's the real story. If somebody does that to you and you're Joey Logano, it's time Joseph takes the gloves off, okay? Fucking when Chase approached him, if I would have been Joey in that moment, you got to attack. Punch him in the fucking face, man. Like, dude, Joey's tall. Dude's got reach. Dude's got wingspan. That dude can fly, bro. He can fly about as wide as Bill Murray's legs on my shirt right here, okay? Joey's got it.
Incredible shirt, by the way.
Love this shirt, dude. Never R.I.P. The Last Dance.
Shout out to the clock.
Shout out to Space Jam and the clock. But yeah, Joey's arms, Joey's reach. Dude, Joey could literally like Chase is short guy. Like, dude, he could have literally just whip work, bro. He could have just whipped work, and he would have never touched him.
Jab.
Could have just held his head. Just held his head while he was like, like, dude, that could have been that. But like, Joey's got to get more grit. We got to find a way to get him a little more like beefed up. Like, I want to like go find Joey and take him to the gym, show him how to like, get some pump going on, and then like
he'll be ready next time.
The next time that happens, because like, could you imagine this? Because at this point, everyone thinks that Joey's just like the soft-spoken guy, and that's fine. It's good to be a good guy. Nothing wrong with being a good guy. But when shit like that happens, you have every right to be fucking pissed because Joey would have won that race. Dude, cold clock him. Kapow! Done. Game. Joey, you got the height, you got the wingspan.
And instead, Keselowski sneaks for another win.
Yeah.
Instead of Joseph L.
Clint Boyer got P2.
Second.
Okay, so that's cool.
Awesome. Another preview video guy for us, right?
That's right.
We spoke on him. What, was that Jimmie or Blewett?
That was Boyer. That was Boyer
okay.
we're talking about. Boyer does really well here, and he did. He finished well. But, yeah, Brad Case sneaks in for another win. So he's getting up there in the points. So there we go. So there's that. Lucky dog. That's what I was going to say. But, again, Bubba and Chris Bell, that was probably our two best plays of this week. So we're going to keep that up, keep that momentum going. And we love it. We love it. All right. So before we go, we got a little garage talk action. We haven't done this in a while.
And I got to say this before we start. If you leave us a comment and say if you like the serious DFS chat or you don't like it, so we can best guide the next episodes. You know what I mean? Like if you're passionate about DFS, say it. If you're not, then we'll put it all on Rotoballer video. So
yeah, exactly. And we're still doing that over on Rotoballer too. So if you guys are wanting more of kind of how this episode went, then you need to be subscribed to Rotoballer's YouTube page and go watch our NASCAR DFS preview show that we release for every race. So you can get more of that. We still goof. We're still the garage guys.
We about to be goofing.
Yeah, we about to get goofy with it, though. All right, so let's go to Garage Talk. We are going to do tonight, Drew and I were having a discussion before we started the show, and we both were like, we need to do a Garage Talk. It's been a while. So what we decided on was we are going to do a draft, because it is a fantasy sports podcast after all. We're going to be drafting our NASCAR Bad Boys fight team. That's right. The Logano Elliott shit got me tense. And Drew got tense because he won a lot of money, and he's swole. He's just veins just pumping, just explode running through the veins of life. And we're all excited because
we have UFC back this weekend and NASCAR back.
That's
so it
right.
makes the perfect topic. We're going to throw all these people into a ring and let them fight.
That's right. Big time. So we're each going to pick 4 guys to build up our fight squads, and then we're going to have a legendary driver as our captain, El Capitano of the fight squad. And it's what we're going to call the time travel pick. So any generational driver can be that driver.
And the other 4 cup drivers, correct?
Other 4 are current cup drivers right now at this time. So there's only one way to do this. We have to do it the right way. We're going to see who gets to pick first. So I'm going to put our names in this little black satchel bag that I have.
Did you just think about this on the
this is dude here? Everything in Garage Talk is on the fly, baby. Nice. You know that. All right. So
this is perfect timing with the whole like Elliott, Kyle Busch drama, now Logano, Elliott.
Sorry.
Perfect timing for this.
Drew and Chase going in here. Yeah, we need more fights in NASCAR. It needs to happen. These guys need to get more angry. We need to but maybe we should start a driver fight school. Garage Guys Driver Fight School, where we'll teach cup drivers how to fight that don't know, because obviously it's a forgotten fucking art. Okay. The person that will draw first, that gets to draft first, is me. I won. And everyone that's watching on YouTube saw – no, everyone that was watching on YouTube saw it wasn't rigged. Your shit's in there. Look.
If you're listening on Apple Podcasts,
If you're listening on no, shut up. No, it's not. You got to go watch on YouTube. It's there. All right. There's your where the fuck did it go? Oh, there it is. There it is right there. See? There's your name. It was in the bag. If you're watching on YouTube, you saw that I'm not a liar. Stop trying to tell our podcast people I'm a liar, boy.
I think they'll trust me over you for some reason.
I'm getting in the fight mood now because it's time to draft. All right, let's go.
I think I got the reach on you.
All right, we'll see. I got a big wingspan, bro. All right. I'm going to have to go. So
Didn't somebody on Twitter call you Rosie O'Donnell?
Dude, yeah, bro. That shit was funny as fuck. I'm not going to lie. That shit had me laughing my ass off, dude. Like, that was a good jab. They were like, this Rosie O'Donnell with some woman's shoulders looking head ass. Like, I was just like, yo, like this, if this wasn't a serious moment right now, like, I would be laughing my ass off. Dude, yeah, with a fucking Anon account.
And you were telling me to read over it. You're like, look at this.
I told you. I said, when you wake up, get ready for a shit show on Twitter.
I laughed so hard when I saw that part.
I did too, dude. It was funny. I can't lie. I was talking to somebody about that today. I was like, that motherfucker, he got some comedy though. I was like, he had some comedy though. But yeah, I'll never forget that. I've actually thought about finding Rosie O'Donnell gifs and just dropping into his tweets sometimes and just being like, fucking.
You gotta embrace it.
Yeah, dude, all the way, bro. There ain't no other way to do it. Unfuckwithable. That's how I live my life. All right, let's see. First guy that I'm gonna pick for my fight squad. Got to go with Matt DiBenedetto. Swole boy. Big swole.
Man, cross him off my board.
Yeah, cross him off the board. Rankings. If you're on YouTube right now, you can see us crossing off of our boards. We have an expo board and everything. Come watch. So, yeah, Matt DiBenedetto, just big swole. Dude just works out.
Guns.
Thinks he's got the guns, and I'm pretty sure that he probably – if he punched one of those punching bags at the fair, he'd probably easily score an 807. I would say. I'd probably give him an 807 punch score.
I like it.
Yeah, want that big time. All right, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to go with Martin Truex Jr. To me, the thing that I like about him is he just seems like one of those guys that has that, like, what I call brute strength. Like, maybe he doesn't go in the weight room and lift the most weight, but he's the guy that will push you around. Kind of like I've always said about my brother. Like, he's the guy that would just be able to wrestle me, even though I might be able to lift more weight. And Martin Truex, country strong. There we go.
That's perfect.
Country strong.
I was literally about to say, like, how many calluses do you think he has on his hand? Because I feel like he has a lot of calluses. Like
he probably gets a sledgehammer for fun and hits the tire a lot.
Yeah, just like boom, just like knocks it down. Trot lines, fucking like digging into like nest and pulling out like 80-pound catfish. Like he's a noodler. He's definitely a noodler. So good pick with Truex. I do like that. Country strong. That's what we'll tell him from now on. We'll tell him to check out Country Strong. Okay. Next guy that I'm going to get on here is going to be Ryan Newman. All right. Ryan Newman, he's a thick guy, and he's basically immortal because he has been through too many, like, air crashes in his lifetime and survived. So you definitely want to have a guy that is immortal and will just keep coming back no matter what. So that's Ryan Newman, and he's on the fight team. So DiBenedetto, Ryan Newman. I'm off to a hot start. Pretty sure I've already we got to finish, and then we'll assess.
I like it. He was on my list as well. And do you worry about the age with that one?
No, not at all. He's indestructible. He doesn't have an age. He doesn't age.
He's tough.
He's there. He's a thick guy, and he can't die.
So let's see. Who do I have next? So I'm going to go a little bit more youthful, someone that I think's very fit and definitely spends time in the gym. I'm going to go with Bubba Wallace as my number 2 pick.
Okay. Got some B double wubba lubba dub dub. See, Bubba.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Bubba also, like.
I feel like he'd be scrappy.
Yeah, but to add another element, like Bubba is like a really good shit talker. Like he's he's got he's the guy that like when you're in a fight, like he'll just drive your nerves to like the fucking ceiling because he's getting after it and he's just like, yeah, motherfucker, like you can't do shit, like you can't do shit.
He's effective with it. If someone's just obnoxious, then it's different than if they're effective with their like clever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's a mental level to fighting as well as physical. And I feel like Bubba kind of like has like a really good like level ground of the mental physical level. So he knows how to fuck you up on both ends. So yeah. So good choice with Bubba. I dig it. Okay. Next guy that I'm gonna have to pick, obviously, you know what? I'm gonna go with Ricky Stenhouse. Got to have Ricky on the squad. Look, Ricky's that dude. Like he's like the wild man. All right, he comes in with the mullet and the cutoff shirt. You know, he just ate some nacho fries. He's fueled up, and he's just ready for a good time, man. Like he's the guy that goes to the bonfire and like he just like, all right, who the fuck I'm punching today? Like he's that guy. You know what I mean?
I got a good one for him. You're gonna like this.
Okay, what you got?
He's the guy, if he was in a UFC match, that when he starts, he's either knocking you out in the first round or he's gassed and he's done. He can't once you get to round 2, you're beating Ricky Stenhouse. But if he gets you round 1, you're done.
Yeah, it's over with. But it's a good thing we have a group of like guys, like 4 guys around, because like we can either like throw him out to really like wear out the opponent quick, or you can wait for him to last to just like finish the job.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. First or last with him. I like how we did that.
Beautiful.
This is some great analysis.
This is. I think this might be the best episode we've ever done. All right. Next.
We've said it like 100 times.
I know, exactly. That's the joke. That's the tweet.
Every episode is the best episode.
It is.
Let's see. How many do I have?
You're gonna be on your third one. Yeah, you're on your third.
Okay.
This will be your third.
It's so funny how we had the same people written down. I guess it's not that hard to get to these names. So this one, I'm going Daniel Suarez.
Okay, this is okay. Interesting.
Because I feel like I've seen enough clips of, and maybe this was on the Cup Series 2 years ago, where he got rowdy in the pit area a few times. I can't remember who the drama was with. Maybe you're better at
Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell. That was the most recent one.
Yeah, and
he's fierce.
I saw enough fire in Suarez, and he just looks like he doesn't like. Some people just have the appearance of somebody you don't want to fight, and that's one for me that I don't think I'd want to fight. So
Suarez,
yeah.
See, Suarez doesn't give me that energy at all. Like Suarez is the guy I feel like is like sneaky, like he comes off as nice and like really like, hi, I'm Daniel, you know. But then like the moment you piss him off.
The temper,
he evolves into like you ever watch Dragon Ball Z when you were a kid?
No.
Okay, well I did, and I'm sure someone listening to this did. And you had like Goku, and he would fight, and then he would turn into Super Saiyan, and he would become a Super Saiyan, and then he was just like like I could see Suarez like going like from Suarez to Super Suarez, because he does, and like he's quick too, and he's just like just atrocious, like a Chihuahua Rottweiler. Like that's Daniel Suarez.
I think when he hits that switch, which is what you're saying, like he has a switch, and when it flips, I don't want anything to do with that guy. I don't know why. That's a gut feeling.
That's a good wild card pick. That's a good.
And the drama. There was 2 things in the past few seasons. McDowell's definitely one, but there's another one where I was like, man, he doesn't. At face value, he doesn't seem like a guy that would be involved in drama, but he gets involved with some drama every now and then. So yeah, he made the cut for me.
It's like it's random and it's rare. It's rare when it happens and it's random. But yeah, it's not bad. Now that I think about it, the more I think about it, he's not bad at all. All right, so my last pick, I'm debating on this really hard right now because there is a guy that you know what, I'm gonna go for it. BJ McLeod.
Wow.
Okay? For anyone that does not know what BJ McLeod looks like, go look up BJ McLeod. Do you need a moment to look up BJ McLeod?
Definitely seen him, but I can't remember.
Okay. This dude looks like the fucking Undertaker. All right? This dude is somebody that comes in. This dude is somebody that comes in and just destroys your soul, like after you're already defeated. Like what's going to happen is this, is the Benedetto, Newman, and Stenhouse are all 3 going to wreck shop. And then BJ McLeod's going to come in because he's always in last usually. He's always in the back of the pack, not in good equipment. So it's only fitting for him to come in last. And then he just like – it's like on the video games where like it's like finish him. Like BJ McLeod is the finisher. And then he just takes your soul and he walks away. And then you forget that he even exists. And that's basically him in real life and in fighting. So
I didn't expect you to go here, but I'm impressed.
Yeah, so that's where I went. I went there. So as of right now, I like my odds.
There you go.
Yeah. So who's your last pick? Let's go.
My last pick is between Denny Hamlin and Austin Dillon. And I'm going to go with Austin Dillon just for the fear. I think he's like in the best shape of probably the top 5 in terms of just best shape.
That's the best choice you could have went with.
Yeah, I mean, I think outside of Matt D, which you took with your overall number 1, I think probably Austin Dillon will be your guy with the biggest guns, right?
Dude, it is a 100% fact. DiBenedetto and Dillon are the 2 swollest dudes in NASCAR right now, hands down.
Okay. Well, good. Then I got him. That's a steal.
Young swole. Yeah, I'm glad if you would have chose Denny Hamlin, I would have really questioned your methods because Hamlin is definitely more of a talker. He's the guy that's always just like, bitch, I'll fuck you up. Like, he's just coming at you, and then, like, when you fucking swing at him, he's like, oh, he backs fuck up. That's
I kind of wanted to go Harvick, too. I'm not going to lie.
Harvick, I don't know,
I feel like
man.
he could scrap. He's just so old.
Dude, one of these days, like, and especially if people loves this content right here, we'll break down just like comparing NASCAR drivers to everything you can literally think of. Like we could, like, dude, the list goes on and on. Just hella content of life. Okay.
Yeah. Putting a basketball team together, NASCAR drivers. Yeah.
That's right. We'll do that. We can do it all. Denny Hamlin would go first in that one because he's friends with Michael Jordan, and maybe he wears some of Jordan's shoes and then got powers like Lil Bow Wow did that one time.
It's like Mike.
Yeah, exactly. Same
wavelength. Yep.
Great movie, bro. Great movie. All right, so last pick, our time travel. This is our team captain. All right, this is our team captain. It can be from any era, and because I got to pick first, I'm going to let you go first with your time travel driver to be the captain of your squad.
Okay. I'm going to have to go with – so this was tough, and I think I know where you're going. I'm not going to steal him.
He's not on my wall.
I'm going to go with Rusty Wallace. Curveball.
Whoa. I like it. I kind of like it.
No, I don't have like a deep analysis or anything like that.
Just the way you looked.
I just wanted to pick somebody that rivals who you're picking.
Oh, nice, yeah.
So I don't have a good. I've had a good analysis for the rest of them. I don't have good analysis for Rusty Wallace.
Look, I'm gonna put it to you this way. Big Baby Scumbag said it best. Dale Earnhardt, do you want to race? Okay, Dale Earnhardt is the guy, dude. With Dale Earnhardt, Matt DiBenedetto, Ryan Newman, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and BJ McLeod, I'm pretty sure I'm world champion for years to come.
I think my squad's good too, though.
Well, it's good because you need to be confident in your squad. Maybe one day, somehow we can get all 8 of these guys together.
That'd be epic. To
do this. And then just have poster board cutouts. Well, you can actually have Rusty Wallace there. I'll have to get a poster board cutout of Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah.
But
R.I.P.
Dude, yeah, R.I.P. to the man.
For what it's worth, power rankings were Matt D, Martin Truex, Ryan Newman. So I think you having the first pick set the tempo.
It does. Selection matters.
Yeah.
Selection matters.
But I'm happy with my squad. I think Bubba would surprise you.
Yeah, but you have a very you have a good dude. I'm not gonna lie. Really looking at it, we got pretty balanced squads.
I don't think Truex could take DiBenedetto.
Oh man, dude, I could sit here and break down matchups.
That would be the best one to break down and set odds to. If you could take those two,
Truex and DiBenedetto.
Yes, that would be the best.
DiBenedetto wins all.
I don't know.
He does.
I don't know.
He does. Now, if you
I would take Truex.
I think a more fair battle would be Dillon and DiBenedetto. I think that would be a more balanced battle. Newman and Truex.
That goes back to the country strong thing.
Oh yeah, Newman's country strong. So you take Newman and Truex. Those two, they're best friends, by the way. So you take those two guys, put them in the ring.
There's only one way to know. You got to do all your how you do those beautiful tweets with all the creative artwork you put together.
I'm adding them
all these people, and you're gonna put them in a UFC in a cage, and then maybe we'll get one person to respond and give a true analysis to.
Dude, yeah, dude. Tomorrow, I'm gonna tag all 8 of these guys, and I need all the Garage fam listening to this right now to make sure that you blow them up until they either block us or do it. That's how we go. That's how we roll here.
Who wins this fight?
Do it. Yeah, who wins these matchups, the garage guys driver battle time travel.
You need to put on the tweet too, like, we need one of you 8 guys to set a Vegas line for this, and maybe one of them will answer, be like, so and so's the favorite.
And see, that's what's going to start the shit. See,
there you go.
You smart. You smart as
I have
fuck.
a good idea every now and then in this brain of mine.
I love it, dude. This has been good. This was a great segment. NASCAR Bad Boys Draft is done for 2020. We have our squads. Let us know who your Bad Boy squad would be by adding us at Garage Guys FS. You can follow me at Garage Guy Chase or at me there as well. I want to know squads. I want to know what the Garage fam's thinking. I want to know
It'll
who
be some
won.
combination of those.
Who won?
People.
Did Drew or I win this? We need to know. All right.
Comment.
And you can follow Drew at Chef Boyardeen. Everywhere there is, check out our Rotoballer premium content, rotoballer.com. Use promo code GARAGE. You're going to get a discount when you purchase it. And like we talked about earlier in this episode, you need to have all the insight you can have to play competitively and to win big. And it all starts with the Garage Guys. It all starts with us and with all the other hardworking people that are at Rotoballer right now. And just take some time. Feel free to ask us questions. My DMs are open. Drew's DMs are open. We're there. We're available. We're ready to talk. I've been having so many great conversations with a lot of followers over the past week, and it's just been awesome to see more and more people coming into my inbox asking questions. That's what we need. We need more of that.
Yeah.
And we want more of that. We want to help you guys. We want to see you guys win. And we're just like you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? We're just like you. It's all just because we took the time to put the work in and the knowledge in. And, this is why we're here and what we do. And we love it. We eat it up every day. And I do want to say before this show is over, just have to make a statement about everything that's happening right now in America with George Floyd and the riots that are happening. And I just want to let people know, I did go off on Twitter last night or on Saturday night. I just saw so much stuff that just really got me. And I'm not a very vocal person when it comes to politics or things like that, but we got to do better. Every American in this world and in this every human being in this world needs to do better. We've got to do better. If we really want change, it starts with us, and it needs to happen now because we are more fucked than we've ever been. So we need to be led. We need to do things differently. And that's all I'm going to be able to say about it here. That's all I want to say about it here. And I just feel for everybody out there. And guys, love you. Appreciate you. That's the show. Sports, party, repeat.
It's the Garage Guys. 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 It's the Garage Guys.